Good afternoon, Braxters! Okay guys, so disclaimer on this video. I saw somebody else do a video like this and I loved the concept of it because I just felt like it was really real and raw and you could really get a sense of like the person's personality from the video. It's a no edit video. So basically if me and Kenny like completely screw this up, you're gonna see it because I'm not taking anything out of this video. We just got home. The noise that you're hearing, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's actually our bird. So if you hear a random whistle, I'm not gonna edit that out either. It's our bird. But we just got back home from dinner. My mom has Braxton, so we just jumped on the bed and figured that we would film this video. And also, he never whistles this much. Just the fact that we're filming, he's whistling. Okay. Also, I'm running out of video ideas for vlogmas and vidmas. I honestly have none. So we're gonna do this one. A lot of people have been asking and wondering how we met because we've only we haven't really explained it. We've given y'all like little giblets and pieces and stuff like that, but we haven't really been open and honest with you and told you like the whole entire story. So I figured it would be better to have like Kenny here and he can like help me explain to you guys how it happened. So I'll just start, I guess. My best friend, who is still my best friend now, her ex-husband used to be best friends with Kenny. So that's when I met Kenny. Like, we didn't really formally meet or anything like that, but whenever I would hang out with my friend, you know, sometimes he would be there hanging out with their husband. So, I mean, we saw each other like occasionally, but like, I don't even think I even knew who you were or your name. Did you even know my name? Mm-hmm. So like, we didn't worry about each other. So, well, before I moved into the house that we're at now, I lived in like a much smaller house. I lived by myself, and this girl moved in town. She had a little girl, and she needed a place to stay. And I hated living by myself, so I was like, hey, just come live with me, you know, it'll be fun. So she moved in, and how long did she live with me? She lived with me a couple months.
No, I was longer than that, about 6 months.
We'll say 6 months. When she was living with me, I have nothing bad to say about the girl. It's been years since I've spoke to her. But Kenny just happened to be her boyfriend. What were you? What were y'all?
I guess nothing.
No, they had a weird relationship. Were y'all together or not together?
1 week we were, 1 week we weren't.
Yeah, it was weird. 1 week they were together, 1 week they weren't. But anyways, he was dating my roommate at the time. And he brought her dinner one night, and he brought me dinner. That's when I fell for him. But anyways, he brought me dinner because he had brought her dinner too, and he didn't want to be rude. And that was the first night, like when he walked in, I was like, oh my goodness, like, he is looking good. But I did not think anything of it because I knew that I couldn't cross that line because the girl was my friend at the time. So I didn't look, I mean, I looked at him like that, but I had to keep it all in my head. But then she never really got too serious. Y'all never really got serious. No. But she was seeing, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this on YouTube, you guys. So we're just gonna say they were boyfriend and girlfriend, but she may have had some more boyfriends too. Is that nice? Yeah. Yeah. Like, she wasn't like a bad person or anything. She just really wasn't ready to settle down. So her and Kenny, she never really gave it the good old-fashioned, let's be a good girlfriend. Well, one night, I had let her borrow my phone while I was in the shower, and because she had run out of data on her phone. So she had actually gotten on Facebook on my phone, and I got back on my phone, I think it was like the next day, and when I popped up Facebook, her Facebook messages popped up because that's what she was on my phone, and she was actually talking to my ex-boyfriend. Now, you guys, I'm not talking about like ex-boyfriend as in I dated him for like a month. I'm talking about ex-boyfriend like we were together for like over a year. We lived together, you know, we were together. And it was actually the same boyfriend that I cried to her about like all the time. So to say that I was pissed would be the biggest understatement ever. So after I found that out, I actually waited, you know, I didn't even say anything to her. I waited like 2 or 3 weeks to even say anything to her because I didn't want to say something that I was going to regret. When I get in a fight with somebody, I really don't want to just bless them out in anger because I know like 10 minutes later I'm going to feel guilty and be like begging.
Not like me.
I'm not like Kenny. I can bite my tongue. But, so anyway, she ended up moving out of the house and y'all quit talking. And
we wasn't talking before she moved out.
Yeah, like her and Kenny had broke up way before she moved out. But she ended up moving out of my house after that happened because I just feel like the trust factor and everything, it was just not a good situation for her to live with me anymore because I didn't trust her. And I feel like when you live with somebody, you just have to trust them. You just have to. Well, how did we get back in contact? I think we were friends on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I got in a fight with somebody, and I come over to talk to you about it.
Yeah, Kenny had some mischievous years, I'd say. No, Kenny had some really crazy ex-girlfriends, just to be honest. So every time he had like drama or anything with them, it would be like 2 o'clock on a random Monday afternoon and someone would be knocking at my door. I'm like, who in the world is at my house? And I would open the door and there's Kenny. Oh, just come over to talk. So I feel like that was our friendship right there, was like random, just showing up and saying hey, or he would come to my work and say hey, or if we run into each other in town, we would just talk for a really long time. So we just kind of stayed acquaintances, and then we just stayed friends. Every time I needed something, I called him. Every time he needed something, he would call me, and it was just kind of like a mutual thing. We never lost contact. And then I'm gonna tell y'all my version of this situation, and then I'll let him tell you his version. But my version is he kept on dating, like, I don't want to call them that because I can't edit anything out, so I'm like trying to like really think about my descriptive words toward these girls because I know I'm not going to edit. He kept on dating girls that I did not think fit into his life very well. I didn't think they meshed well. I didn't think they complimented him, and I didn't think they brought the best of him. That I just didn't feel that they did. They just weren't good enough for him. So I was actually in a relationship, if you can call it that. I was in something. I thought I was in a relationship. But anyways, I had a boyfriend, and basically we had been almost breaking up for about 2 weeks. Like, we barely talked anymore. We were basically at the stage of the relationship where, like, you know that you're breaking up, but it's like, who's gonna have like the balls to say it? And so that's where we were at. So I was in a horrible mood for like those 2 weeks, and Kenny came over to the house to tell me about this new girl that he was talking to. And you guys, I normally never, like I said, I hold my tongue so well all the time. So the fact that I didn't hold my tongue this one night just tells me like we were meant to be, because I was so frustrated with my situation with the current relationship that I was in. And then when Kenny came over, and at this point, the whole time me and Kenny had been friends, the second that that girl moved out of my house, I knew that I liked Kenny. I mean, I had known it before, but I just thought about it more because I figured since that girl did that to me, she honestly wasn't my friend, so I wasn't worried about not crossing the boundaries because obviously she didn't care. So, so when he came over to my house that night to tell me about this new girl, and I already could see the future 2 months down the road, you would have came back to my house and you would have been telling me that you broke up because yada yada yada, because they were not good for each other. So I just remember I was texting on my phone and he's telling me this, and I just kind of dropped my phone and I was like, you are the most retarded person I have ever met in the whole entire world, because you keep dating all these girls that you are not good with, And I have to hear about it 24/7, but yet you have not once thought about, oh, hey, maybe I should date you. And then I just remember the look on his face. You like lean forward and you're like, wait, what? I like you. And he just said, but I like you. And then I'm like, no, you don't. Now you're just saying it because I said it first and I shouldn't have said anything because now I'm embarrassed and now it's weird. Now we're never going to be able to be friends anymore because now you know that I like you and you don't like me and it's just awkward. And then basically, so yeah, what happened after that?
I grabbed you and hugged you and you was trying to push me away. And then
I always tell him when we're filming, talk louder, talk louder, talk louder. But it sucks because I'm not editing this, so talk louder, please.
after she was pushing me away saying that we can't be friends anymore, I grabbed her and hugged her and said, I like you too. And we've been together ever since.
And that was it. That literally, well, so we had that conversation, and then was it like the next day, my boyfriend, whatever he thought he was, we actually broke up was it the very next day? We broke up the very next day, and then me and Kenny were just like, okay, and we got together, and to be honest, I feel like me and Kenny both just made a decision like, yeah, we're gonna marry each other. Like, we're just gonna be together forever because we don't really get along with anybody else as well as like we get along with each other. So we're just so opposite that it works. So Kenny, honestly, you guys, never even like, you didn't even propose, really.
No, because I got the ring and he's like, just give me the ring, just give me the ring. So I was like, here, take it.
I wasn't patient. Like, he had gotten me a ring, and when he had gave it to me because he wanted to make sure that it fit, you guys. So I tried it on, but I actually tried it on my right hand first, and it didn't fit. Like, it was too small. So I told him, I'm like, it's too small because I thought it was bad luck to try it on your ring finger. Well, you kept giving me a hard time. He kept giving me a hard time that, like, I was just telling him it didn't fit because I didn't want to marry him. Like, just kidding. So finally I was like, give that back to me and let me try it on. But when I tried it on this time, I actually tried it on my ring finger and it fit. And then when it fit, I was like, well, I'm not going to take it off and give it back. So I never gave it back to him. So we got engaged.
A year later, we were married.
Yeah, we got engaged. So we only dated like a couple months. Yeah. And then we got engaged. And then we were only engaged for a couple months. And then we got married. So, but I think it was all because we were friends first. Everything just happened so fast. So, yeah, that is our story time. And as you can tell, another reason why we balance each other so well is because I talk so much. And this is what I get out of it. Like, pulling words out of him is just like, good. But he's getting better. You like it, right?
I like it.
But anyways, as always, Braxters, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully tomorrow's video will be better than this one, but you know what, gotta put that video out because it's Vidmas. But as always, if you haven't subscribed, why the hell not? Subscribe, hit the like button, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye, Braxters.